Just about set for race 1. Heavy 8, upgraded from a heavy 9 to a heavy 8 for our Christmas meeting here at Grafton, and it's about to commence. Champagne Channy, the 320 bookmakers' favourite. No real money with the bookmakers for anything for this opening event. Port Macquarie racing tomorrow on Tuesday. Now they're set, away and racing in the first event. Banaga Boy knuckled over at the start, and Massavana, one of the fastest to begin, over Leica, Lippy to second. Third, Dudley on the inside, and a length further back, High Tambora from Saucier. In the middle, Queen's Charge, Banaga Boy from Cane Smoke, and a further half length to Champagne Channy, who's wedged away on the inside. Regional is deep, a length to Mafia Boss, to Tara's Gift, and 2 lengths away last of all was Speedy Elle at the 650. Leica, Lippy just in front over Queen's Charge. Massavana poised to pounce, followed by Saucier on the outside to Banaga Boy. High Tambora, Dudley on the rails. A length to Cane Smoke, and a further half to Tara's Gift from Regional. Champagne Channy is behind an absolute wall of horses, followed by Speedy Elle next to last, and last Mafia Boss. Like a bit lippy at the 300. It's a half in front over Massavana, who's green but continues to run on. They're 2.5 in front of Dudley, but it's like a bit lippy and Chris Whiteley down to the 150. It's out by 2. Massavana from Dudley and Champagne Channy, but like a bit lippy in front, racing away like a bit lippy easily by 5 lengths. Massavana second, Champagne Channy third from Dudley, Saucier and High Tambora. Regional, Queen's Charge, Banaga Boy, Cane Smoke, well back Tara's Gift, followed by Speedy Elle, who was next to last, and last of all Mafia Boss. Solid win, 11 like a bit of lippy, 7, 10, 290. It's Donkey Lick them. 5 Massavana second, 210. 8 Champagne Channy, 170. Fourth to 2 Dudley. 11, 5, 8, 2. Interims on the first event. Like a bit of lippy. First up, Carolyn Halliday at Murwillumbah in a time of 105.56. 105.56. It's outside Snapper Duck's class record of 103.31 on a good track, but a good win nevertheless. Like a bit of lippy, formerly called Nothing Like a Mood, and is owned by Jay Tilton, and a 3-year-old brown filly by Nothing Like a Day of Little Lippy, a Simon Stead mare. And Carolyn Halliday, first up, has saluted in the opening event. Chris Whiteley with an armchair ride. 11 first, 5 second. Massavana, Matt McGarren, Alan Ryan. Wayward in the straight, but didn't shirk its task. The gelding by Valixa out of Our High Sea. Third to 8, Champagne Channy. Terry McCarthy, Glenn Lynch got a long way back, doing its best work late. Filly by Strata out of Secret Moment. Fourth to number 2, Dudley. So 11, 5, 8, 2 and 13. Margins a mere 5 3/4, 1 3/4. 5 3/4, 1 3/4. That time of 105.56, 105.56.
Yeah, I've got Carolyn Halliday here. She's the trainer of the 11. Like a bit of lippy. Nice win too.
Yeah, it was a very pleasing run because she's always shown a bit of ability, but the wet track was a bit of a worry for us.
In that trial the other day, I think there was only 3 runners in the trial, or 2 runners in the trial.
Yeah, and it wasn't a real quick time either. But both those horses had raced that she was in the trial against.
And this filly, looking at her in the yard, she's still got a heap more improvement in her.
Yeah, I think she has. She's bred to go over a lot more ground as well. So hopefully in the future you'll see something over the mile plus.
Now, you got a bad habit of getting these 2-year-olds or your young horses to win on debut. Well, it's not a bad habit; it's a good habit.
Yeah, well, if they show ability, they're going to win, aren't they?
Okay, yeah. And Murwillumbah's been good to you, that training centre up there, because there's not that many horses. Matty Dunn and yourself and a few other trainers, so you really got the track to yourself.
Yeah, it's really only Matt and myself that have the bulk of the horses there, so yeah, it's been good.
Okay, well, this filly looks like she's got improvement. Looks like she might go on and win a few more races, and particularly over a little bit more ground.
Yes, yeah, she's a lovely filly.
Good on you, Carolyn.
Okay, thank you,
Well
Gary.
done. Yeah, Carolyn Halliday trains out of Murwillumbah. Dave hasn't got a big string of horses, but always can produce one on debut, and 9 times out of 10 get the money. That filly's got a lot more improvement in her, and like Carolyn said, when she gets up over a little bit more ground, she might be a filly to follow.
Indeed, absolutely streeted the rest of the field there, Gary, and well done to Carolyn, Chris Whiteley, the jockey, and you can see there $7.10 New South Wales. Better Super Tab and Tatsbet was even at $7 on track. Champagne Channy, the favourite third, you just can't get that far back at Grafton. Glenn Lynch was locked in on the rails, didn't get much room, but it always pays to be very handy on the home turn at Grafton, and normally The winner comes from the leading pack. Gee, that's a good first four, $2,120 on Super Tab compared to $751 in New South Wales. That's the first at Grafton. The feature race there today is the Christmas Cup, and it's race 6 on the card. All right, Wodonga's coming up at 1:30, so we're 4.5